What's going on, y'all? It's Liam. If you don't know me, I just talk about stuff that I've learned in life so that it helps you save some time. And right now, I'm actually driving back, visiting home. So I'm going to pop here for the weekend, chill with the fam, relax, disconnect a little. It's going to be great. But I'm driving back, and I've got about an hour and a half left. And so I figured I'd prop up the phone and yap a little bit. So this is just going to be a yap. This is for those people who fuck with me and just want to hear me talk. If you think I'm interesting. If not, you can click off. But I actually had this weird thought, unique thought I don't think anyone's ever thought of. If you've thought of this, let me know. But what if the entire world all popped mushrooms at one time? What type of shit would go down? So what if it was, I don't know, one of the dictators made the entire world pop mushrooms? Holy, would there be mass destruction, mass genocide? Would everyone finally love each other? Would we all lose our ego? What kind of crazy energy would formulate from the entire world operating on this different wavelength? That's mind-boggling to me right now. Unfortunately, I feel like most people use psychedelics, and I'm not by any means a psychedelic connoisseur nor expert, so take this with a grain of pepper, but I think that most people use psychedelics as some sort of other drug, and so they're just using it as another means to an end, another way to just get high, right? But I think that there is some tactical benefit to them. And I don't do psychedelics, but this is the outsider's perspective. I feel like you could use them beneficially. I don't know if I'm crazy for that, but I think certain people can. I think it's somewhere down the line where you have to be ready for it. But man, that was a crazy thought. The entire world, one, are people going to try and drive? Because we'd probably crash a bunch of fucking cars. Definitely can't be flying on shrooms. Wow, these people almost crashed. I'm okay with it. I need a haircut because I'm starting to look like a wolf, which is one of the reasons I got to get back home because, brother, what are these sideburns, dude? I look like a Amish. However, man, this is another instance. I almost could have just road raged right there because these people are just weaving and just driving like idiots. But as I say on this channel, road rage is one of the easiest ways to start controlling your emotions. Really, if an emotion or an event is able to spark a reaction, then it's controlling you. If you're reacting to something positively or negatively, more predominantly negatively, it's controlling you. So you realize if someone's able to make you mad and you don't notice it, they're literally controlling you. What they say, their actions, is able to make you feel negative. Do you really want to be behind those bars? Do you really want to be controlled by other people's words? No, you don't. It's just a conscious practice, and it starts in these little moments where maybe you're in traffic. Don't tense up and get all pissed off and think, oh, fuck, I got 90 more minutes of this. Just breathe and accept the traffic, bro. A lot of your discomfort comes from resistance to what's going on. Traffic is one of the easiest examples. You're not going to change traffic, bro. You can't. That's the one thing you, as a feeble-minded, I don't really know what that means. Hopefully that's not offensive. You as a sure. Wait, no, that can't be right. I don't know what that means. You as a young Padawan in this game of life are so unconscious. You're asleep. Just think, dude, if anything's making you mad right now, why are you being mad? It sounds cliche. You hear it all the time. But dude, if you died next week, if you knew you were going to die next week, what types of stuff would you be doing? What types of feelings would you have? Who would you be surrounding yourself with, etc.? It's probably not what you're doing right now. So I got to get that off my chest. Bro, all right, I almost just road rage, bro. See? You got to recenter, right? You got to chill a little However, I do not understand how you can just drive and then hit the brakes. That's something I'm always wondering about is traffic. How does it happen? Is it always a crash? Or is there simply too many cars that it clogs up the road? I do not know. One thing I've been trying to do on this drive is just be completely at peace the whole time. I don't want any thoughts of boredom. You can use pretty much any bad situation to practice developing your tenacity or peace. It's a long drive, so I'm trying to just remain in this scene. I'm trying to look at the trees and look at the freaking bushes and soak it all in, man. I'm not a hippie, by the way. I do think spiritual stuff is cool, though. I will say that. A lot of the stuff I read is philosophical, so heads up. I think that shit's sick. Also, it helps you build judgment, and so really, judgment is just wisdom with risk involved. Warren Buffett, incredible judgment. He also is incredibly wise. Same with his partner, Charlie Munger, who died, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. He died within the past few years, Charlie Munger. I have his Poor Charlie's Almanac. That guy was sharp, bro. He read a lot of books, and one thing he advocated for was learning from other people's mistakes. You're ignorant to not try and learn from the mistakes of other people doing what you want to do. Why would you not do that? Yeah, you need to carve your own path, make your own decisions, but why would you not learn from others' mistakes, dude? You're literally buying their time. You're investing time to read a book, and by reading that book, you could potentially save yourself millions of dollars. You could potentially save yourself years of pain. Why would you not try to learn from the best, bro? And that's the thing about reading that people, I feel like, criticize simply because they don't want to read. They're like, reading's dumb. You're just going to be filled with other people's opinions. No, I think a good reader just analyzes the text for themselves and picks and chooses what they want. And a part of that is you don't want to just read to confirm your prejudices or your already conceived notions. You don't want to just read to confirm what you already think. You do want to read about new things that challenge your mind. So when you're reading and you read something that you don't want to hear it because it challenges your prejudices, what you already think, those are the things that you don't need to just swallow them and believe them right then and there, but you do want to analyze them, because anything that makes you tense up and think, oh, I don't want to believe that, there's usually a hint of truth in those things. So I've become pretty addicted to hearing things I don't want to hear. It usually is around things that I'm wrong about. If I've done something wrong, someone tells me, and I get that tense feeling inside, that's when I know I should man up and be like, oh, shoot, you're right, I did something wrong. Immediately in that moment is growth, and that's cool. So I started seeking out moments where I was wrong. Not necessarily doing a bunch of things wrong, but simply leaning in to those moments when I tense up and it hurts my ego. Everyone has an ego, by the way. If you say you don't have an ego, that's the most egotistical thing you can say. So everyone has an ego, and it's something you have to practice at. It's not necessarily suppressing it, it's more so just noticing it and kind of looking at it from behind, looking at it above, going above it. Transcending is the spiritual jargon, spiritual word. Go above the feeling. So next time you're in an argument, someone says something that makes you want to heat up, notice it, and then breathe, and try to relax in your own body. Stay still, breathe, and notice, hey, this is a reaction. This is literally my ego trying to protect itself. It wants to lash back, it wants to show violence, control that right then and there. And over time, you're going to be more and more aware of when your ego is just trying to clap back at people to protect itself because it just wants to be accepted. There's a really strong compulsion to be accepted by the tribe, but we don't necessarily need that anymore. Before, we were literally in a tribe, and if we weren't in the tribe, we'd probably die because we work really well together in a tribe. But now, we don't need that, actually. We can be pretty independent in today's modern society. So stop caring so much. Getting a call. But I'm going to end this off here because I'm yapping and my brain's about to fry itself.